Hello, good evening all. Welcome to meeting number 329 at Turning Point Toastmasters. I am Rohan. Masters, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience which members are empowered to develop communications and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You are now inside a code of conduct of Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. The following are the meeting rules. For audience, please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of meeting will result in a removal of meeting without any further warning. Please ensure that your noise making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be kind of audience you want to be for yourself. For role players, TMOD, Table Topic Master, and General Evaluator, please ensure a smart audio video check before handing over stage to another role player. For role players, please rename yourself as a role player, your name, your club name. You may omit the club name as you are a member of Turning Point Toastmasters. Please acquaint yourself with the role of timer. The timer will use background change screen, sharing indicate time using 1 or 3 cards. Green means you have reached minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates it's good time to start concluding. Red specifies that you have 30 seconds more to or else you will be disqualified. Individual session timings will be introduced in due time. We encourage you to use Zoom emojis generously to encourage our role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Last but not least, please stay mute until specifically requested to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. Now, I would like to introduce our today's presiding officer, Utkarsh. Utkarsh, are you there?
Hi. Thank you, Toastmaster Rohan. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Rohan? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from whichever part of the world you're connecting from. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I am honored to welcome you to another inspiring and equally enriching meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. In today's meeting, we have a dynamic lineup of speeches, evaluations, and of course, the impromptu speaking that will challenge us to push our boundaries and reach greater heights. But before I move further, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our guests who are joining us today. We're joined by Seema Sharma, who is joining after a hiatus. She wasn't there for a few weeks, I remember, but she has been a regular guest. Welcome, Seema. We have Safwat Khan, I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. We have Rahul G, Animesh Das as our guests for today. How about a request, Safwat, to kindly unmute himself and probably give a brief intro and what led them to this club here today. Safwat.
Good evening, distinguished guests and fellow Toastmasters. This is actually my maiden Toastmasters online meeting. First of all, let me know, am I audible?
Yes, you're perfectly audible as well as visible. Go ahead.
And sorry for one heads up. I am in my vehicle actually. So I was at work actually, but I was like, it was a long pending due that I wanted to, start my, Toastmaster journey. So I kept delaying it, but still I'm working. But I was like, no, I just need to be outside. So please don't mind, I'm in my vehicle, but I think, am I visible, audible, whatever you call it. So totally looking forward to it. By the way, I'm into my IT sector. I work for this company called Abacus IT Solutions, and I'm from Hyderabad. I'd seen some of the Toastmasters videos on YouTube, and that's one of the reasons, I'm here. So totally looking forward to it, man.
Truly appreciate it, Safat. We love your enthusiasm that you are in your vehicle and outside and you're still connecting to our meeting. And thank you so much for your enthusiasm and welcome to our club. We also have Seema. Seema, can we have you on Spotlight, please? Please tell us, where were you during these weeks?
Hi, this is Seema. Good evening to all. And I know I skipped 3 classes because due to some reason, because my kids have an exam. That's why I didn't attend the classes, and I missed a lot. Now today I am very happy to attend the class because there is something lacking in me, and I want to achieve the things that my dream comes true with this club. So when I while I was speaking English, my words goes blank, my mind goes blank. But still now I have little confidence to speak English in a good way now. So I'm a housewife, and I want to become a good speaker through this journey, and I'm looking forward to join this club. Thank you.
Seema, you're truly adorable and an inspiration for each one of us. That even in spite of having your kids and the examinations that are going on, that you still take out time to come for these meetings. And just one thing, these are meetings and not classes. That's all. All right. Thank you, Seema. Can we have Animesh as well? Animesh, anything you want to speak about? I remember you came last week as well, and you have been a regular member, regular guest for us. I think you're on mute.
Yeah. Hi. Um, so yeah, I mean, I was there last time as well. And since then, somebody actually approached, one of my old friends actually approached me for a role in a Toastmasters meeting. It's actually on 7th, and I thought, maybe this would be a good time to get into the zone, right? And since I'm almost on the verge of completing my thesis, this is a very good time, get back into what to get back into what I actually loved, what I actually fell in love with. So this is pretty good. Thank you.
It's never now, it's always, sorry, it's never in the future, it's always now. And we're so glad that you're here for this meeting today. One more person that I need to talk about is Rahul. Rahul has been a very old member of Turning Point Toastmasters, if I'm not wrong. Rahul, you didn't have the chance to speak and introduce yourself the last time. Will you do it this time for everyone?
Yeah, hello everybody. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, guys. Hi, this is Rahul. I'm from Punjab. Ex Turning Point Toastmaster. I joined Turning Point like 5 years back for a while, and then I left. So now I got a feeling that I should join back and hone my communication skills, public speaking skills. So I work in a big four firm, and currently I'm at my hometown. So I would be attending the meetings online. Yeah, looking forward to give more and more speeches, learning from you all. Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. We are so elated to welcome you to this club back again, and we are so happy to see you again. Thank you to all the guests. I extend a special welcome, and we hope you find this meeting insightful and motivating. I request you to please participate in the impromptu section, and I will also ask for any areas of improvement towards the end of the meeting. Before I move on to the agenda for today, one announcement to make, and a very important announcement, guys. Folks, I'm sorry, to be inclusive. The announcement is our club level table topic contest will take place on the last Thursday of October, which is the 26th of October. So all the TPTM members, it's time to challenge your comfort zone and showcase your impromptu skills by joining this table topic contest. It's your perfect opportunity to shine. More on that over the WhatsApp group, but the date is finalized, which is the 26th of October. Moving on to today's agenda, we have a very thought-provoking theme today. Free will is free won't. Some of us can't even relate to it or understand it, but our TMOD is always known for her insightful perspectives and ability to challenge conventional thinking. And today is no different, as we are in for something very special, as she unravels and explores the profound layers of free will and choice through our Toastmaster of the day, which is Shrishti Mehrotra. To tell something about her, well, the lesser the said, the better about this individual. I'm just going to say she's fabulous, an absolute gem, a dear friend of mine, and above all, a scintillating speaker. I will not let you keep waiting, and let's get ready to be wowed by her fabulousness as she takes on the virtual stage. Can we have her on spotlight, please?
Hi, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay. So sorry for the light issue today. I think we have some electricity problem, but I think I'll get back to being a little bit brightly lit later on. Okay. With respect to the theme, I'm going to speak. Okay, I'm actually not going to speak. We are going to discuss free will. And before I begin, I would want to call on every single person and ask them, what does free will mean? Okay, and this is important. So every single person has to answer, because that is going to become the foundation of our discussion. So everybody, we have 13 participants, including myself. So I'm going to exclude myself, and I'm going to start with, do we have volunteers? What does it mean to have free will? What is free will? And if we don't, then I'll start with Animesh.
It's like, can I?
Yeah, sure.
It's like you do whatever you feel like doing it without a fear of, judgments, or, about like anything. You feel like whatever you feel like doing, you just do it without any foundations.
Okay. So so what you're saying is whatever you feel like doing. So I'm going to write that down because we will address each element of this. Yeah. So, okay. So Ashima said that free will is about doing what you feel like doing. Okay. We have Animesh that I called on earlier. What is free will?
Free will would be no limits, no regulations.
No limits and no regulations. Can you elaborate?
Well, when limits are imposed on you, that restricts you from doing what you want. If, let's say, from doing what you want or what you need. If your need is beyond, let's say, the limit and regulation. So yes, I would say no limit, no regulation. That is free will for me. Thank you.
Okay, so free will is no limits, no regulations, what you want to do. Okay, so that is like your desire or something. Okay. Then Animesh, Ashima, Anshuman. Oh, okay. Seema is also calling. So after Anshuman, we have Seema. Okay.
Okay. Free will to me is basically taking actions unaffected by any external factors or situations or any, say, past karma or destiny. So the concept for me is being the ability to take actions unaffected by any other factor besides my independent forward movement. then if I have to enter into the depth of it, it's definitely a complex topic. If free will exists, does not exist, does karma exist, does marketing exist, does Srishti exist, who's influencing me to answer your question? Am I free? Huge and important topic. Thank you for
We
raising
will also come to that. We
Okay.
will talk about, are we free to take our decisions? But the answer to that has not emerged yet. So, okay, Seema, you were saying something. What is free will?
Free will is we are free to take decision of ourselves, and we have no pressures of anyone, whether it is wrong or right. We can do, and according to our perspective, it will be right. We have free to do our things. We are free.
Okay, so you're free to take decisions. So decisions is something that's important to, freedom and free will, and basically things that feel right to us, things that work for us in our perspective. Okay, that's great. What about anyone else? Yes, Safwat.
According to me, it would be something, I'll just give a definition to it, something that is not predefined. And another thing I would like to add would be something which is not forced upon us to do. So that would be my take on it. Maybe I'll just open up and, as we move forward towards the conversation, I'll just open it up.
Okay, so you're saying that something that wasn't forced upon you, and
That is something forced upon us. I mean, we have to do it at the end of the day, even if we don't feel like doing it. Sometimes the situations and the scenarios would be such that we might have to end up doing it, even if we don't feel like.
okay, so again we have force, and then we have the whole thing of like doing something that you feel like doing or not feel like doing. Okay, so feeling is an important part. Utkarsh is saying something.
I feel like free will is having a complete autonomy in your choice or decision making without any external influence, maybe such as your parents, society, or anything for that matter. So for me, free will is this: if I choose to go on a world tour tomorrow, I should be able to do it without any worry or worrying about any XYZ thing. So for me, that is free will.
Okay. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of things that we think constitute free will as a group. Is there anyone who wants to add something else as well? Jaspreet, do you want to say something? Rohan, Priyanka, Madhav?
I think Pallavi would like to share something.
Yeah, according to me, Srishti, free will is listening to our emotion and not applying the logic and not considering the other factors which will affect our decision. Is it to go freely and not affected by any external force? It's listening to our heart.
Got it. Okay, so again, we have listening to our heart, emotions, feelings, whatever is coming from within, right? I think then we're seeing, so from what I understand so far, we are looking at one part, which is control or like rules, regression, and like maybe denial or something like that, which is one part of it. And the other part of it that I'm seeing right now is desire. Okay, I'm going to just put it under these umbrella. So desire is like what I want to do, what I feel like doing, what comes from within. So I think from now we have put it into two buckets. Is there anything anyone else wants to say? Toastmaster Abhay, you've just come in. We are talking about what is free will and what constitutes free will. So do you want to answer this question for us and share your opinion?
Can you come again? I don't think I got the complete context. I just joined.
The context is we are discussing a topic. The topic is what is free will?
Mhm.
So what is free will to you, Toastmaster Abhay?
I'm to be honest, I'm not sure if I got this correctly, but free will may be something that that is, whatever you want to, do things that you want to do is absolutely you are free to, you are free doing it maybe, or you love doing it, or you enjoy doing it. That's what I get.
Okay. So again, Toastmaster Abhay talked about feeling and things that come from the heart, things that you love doing, enjoy doing. And that I am putting in one bucket as desires. So what comes from the heart, feelings and desires and hopes, right? So that's one bucket. The second is about control and information and like not being allowed to. So basically external control. Okay. I'm just putting that. Okay, so since I'm just moderating this discussion and I don't have a specific direction in which I would like to take this session, we have no idea what is going to come out of today's discussion, okay? So just whatever our conclusion comes out to be, it will be like a conclusion coming from us, okay? And okay, so we've spoken about a couple of things. Before we move further, I also want to, I think Jaspreet wants to say something. Okay, Jaspreet, you're the last speaker, then we'll move slightly further.
I'm just trying to add something extra to what's been discussed. Because obviously we are talking about the outer forces, we're not talking about the inner forces, because a lot of things we don't allow ourselves to do. Like, for example, if somebody is, diabetic and loves to eat something, and you have to control yourself in order to not to eat something like that. So I think a lot of forces we are also not free, even though it's not just about desires. We have to control a lot of things.
Okay, so then earlier I'd written this as external control, but I think it's just control as a whole, right? Some sort of rules or limitations or control. All right, okay. Now that we're speaking about rules and limitations, I will also very quickly speak about the limitations of this particular format and the rules that we have for a Toastmasters meeting. Today's meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part is going to be prepared speeches. So we have 2 brilliant speakers with us today, and they have speeches. For them, we will have individual evaluators as well. So the first part will be people presenting their prepared speeches. The second part will be a more extempore or a more on the spot public speaking activity, which we call the table topics. The third part of today's meeting is going to be the evaluation section. So that is led by our general evaluator for today, which I will call upon in a minute. And she will be evaluating the whole meeting. And let me just call her on stage to talk a little bit about her role and what she and her team will be doing for the duration of today's meeting and what we can expect towards the end. So can I have Toastmaster Priyanka spotlighted for me, please, on this? Is that happening? Yeah, okay. And can we have a quick audio video check?
Sure. Srishti, am I audible? No, enough? Yeah. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, our Toastmaster today, Srishti, for directing such a great free will, free-flowing TMOD session. I'm already enjoying it so much. So what, as a general evaluator today, what is my role? So I'll be leading a group of members, a team, and we all will be giving you few suggestions based on your timing, your filler words or crutches, or the grammatical mistakes you will be doing throughout the meeting. And to help that, I have a few members. The first member, Pallavi Bajoria, she's a timer today. Pallavi, could you meanwhile share the timer cards? Meanwhile, when I am explaining your role, do you have the permission to share?
Yes. Do you want me to share it right now?
Yes, it will be good for the guests.
Just
So what Pallavi will be doing today, she will be sharing her green. She has 3 cards: green, yellow, and red. And 3 cards denotes 3 thresholds. Each section in the Toastmaster meeting have different thresholds. For example, prepared speeches have 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, you will see the green card. At 6 minutes, you will see the yellow card. And at 7th minute, you will see the red card. And the red card will be shown till the speaker conclude his or her speech. Second, the table topic section. The guest, please be mindful because this is your session. So in here, you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, you will see the green card, and 1.5 minutes, you will see the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, that you will see a red card. Again, you have to conclude a speech in 30 seconds of period after that. The last session is the evaluation session. As an evaluator, you should the evaluators will speak for 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes. So these are the 3 thresholds we as a timer Pallavi will be showing to us. And so speaker, please be mindful on this whenever you see this card. Don't get scared when you see the yellow or green card. You have to only stop when you see the red card. Right? Apart from Pallavi, we have a multitasking language evaluator today, and he's Toastmaster Utkarsh. Toastmaster Utkarsh will be helping us to note down the filler and crutches, filler words like or you.
Priyanka, you're on mute.
Yeah. So I think I was introducing Utkarsh. So Utkarsh is taking 2 dual roles today as a language evaluator. He's noting down the filler words today, and also he's noting down the good and bad uses of grammar. I would like to request Utkarsh to share the word of the day with the audience.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I will be your language evaluator for the day. I will keep a tab on the good usages and the not so good usages when it comes to your grammar and pronunciation, as well as I will look for your crutch and filler words as well in your speeches. But for now, it's time for me to introduce the word of the day for today's meeting. Keeping in tune with the theme of today, which is free will, the word of the day today is volition. VOLITION, volition, which means to have the power to make your own decisions. An example could be, she decided to join the volunteer program of her own volition, wanting to contribute to the community and make a positive impact. Another example could be, his decision to pursue a career in art was driven by his own volition, as he was passionate about expressing himself through creative formats. Everyone is encouraged to use the word of the day in their speeches so that we could learn to apply the usage of the new words learned. I will also write the word and its meaning in the chat box for everyone's perusal. And I will be back, guys, to present my report when called upon by the general evaluator towards the end of the meeting. For now, over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you very much for introducing such a nice word, Utkarsh. And I request everyone to use the word of the day. And we appreciate every speaker whenever the person uses the word of the day with a thumbs up. All right. So with that, I'd like to give the control of the stage to Shrishti Mahrotra, our Toastmaster today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka. And now I am back with my second question. Just earlier in this conversation, we discussed what does it mean to have free will? And now the emergent answers from that had a few buckets like desire, control, decision-making, right? And what does it mean to make decisions as per your own volition is what we're going to discuss next. So since we have a few buckets, we'll take it one at a time. since the first one, which most people talked about, was about desire, right? I'm going to ask all of you, so everyone has to answer. What is it? What is your desire? What do you desire? Like, what is something that you desire? It can be anything from the smallest to the biggest things. Okay, Toastmaster Utkarsh has said something, has kind of raised his hand and then decided he doesn't desire it anymore. So, like,
I
he's
think it would
very
sound
committed towards his desire, huh? Without, sorry, tell
it
me.
would sound a bit abstract, but peace.
Peace. Okay, what kind of peace? Be a little bit more specific. If try to
Mental.
describe this image that you have of you being at peace.
When I can do everything on my own volition, then I have a free will, and I'm at peace with who I am and where I stand in life. That is what I want.
Okay. Anyone else?
Hi, can I answer?
Yes, go ahead.
I think Utkarsh has already answered on my behalf. Firstly, I think the desires keep changing. But if you ask me what I want right now, what my desire would be, I would say peace of mind. And I'm in that process actually, just to have, lots of peace of mind and away from all the clutters that I had faced in my life. So I'm in that phase that I just need some peace of mind. So I'm desiring to have that kind of peace of mind, basically.
Okay. So I feel like this conversation is going in that same direction where everyone's just going to keep giving that same answer. So I'm going to take this question back and say, what is it? Describe what is it that you desire, not as an eventual endpoint or mental state, which we will also come back to. But if you're talking about, okay, I want peace, then you also need to talk about what are the physical and specific things. So is it, if I'm like this person who is responsible for my 4 children, like I will feel at peace when all my four children are settled in their lives. Or, not just peace, but what are you going to have to achieve to get there? Right? So I'm redoing this question. All the previous answers are scrapped. And you're going to have to answer with something a bit more concrete. Okay, so everyone.
Shrishti, could you repeat the question again? I did not understand.
So what is it that you desire? And try to make it a little less abstract, a bit more, it can be a smaller things also. And nobody like, and also something a little bit realistic will be nice. World peace, okay, everybody wants. But, what do you desire? Okay.
I think Seema wants to say something.
Seema wants to say something.
My desire is, first, I have many desires, but still my desire is to speak English in a fluent way. And the second one is satisfaction.
Okay.
That one is must in this life, because everyone is run after money. Is something in materialistic world. No one have satisfaction in today's life. So I want to be satisfied.
Okay, and what will you have to do, or what are you planning to do to be satisfied, to achieve that goal?
I'm just thinking about how to satisfy myself. This is my question, also queries about that, how to satisfy.
All right. Okay, so that's noted. I'm writing down a few things as well, like just an example of things that people desire. So, okay, who's next? And Toastmaster Priyanka has.
Let me answer.
Toastmaster Pallavi also has. Okay, so we have Priyanka, then we have Pallavi. Okay.
My desire is to wake up early, like very early, like 4 o'clock kind of early.
Okay.
And I'm not doing anything to accomplish that.
Yeah, that
But
is my
still,
go to bedtime. Okay, but I admire your your ambition. Okay, so your desire is to wake up early. Okay. Toastmaster Pallavi, you're on mute.
Okay, my desire is to be happy in the life, whatever I do, all my action, it's ultimately is to make myself happy. And I want to live fully, whatever I do, even if I sit, even anything, a small thing, cooking, or it may be the big thing or the small thing, but I want to live in the moment.
Okay, and how are you achieving that? Or
Well, I am. There are the multiple ways, multiple exercises I'm doing. I haven't achieved that level yet, but looking back, yes, I am able to, make some progress for this. I stop. Firstly, I am doing meditation. I'm listening to a lot of motivational movies. I keep myself healthy, and that's how, I mean, these are the few things what I'm doing, and I feel I'm getting result out of it.
okay, that's really nice to hear. And Toastmaster animation? No, not
Oh.
Toastmaster animation. Yes,
Y- No, it's you can say Toastmaster on hiatus. That's fine. But
okay.
yeah, so my desire would be to ultimately find some semblance of normalcy, but that's anyways what people want. What I don't really want, here's what I don't really want, which is actually undesirable, which is stuck in a rut of no progress. So and here's a very good reason why I was in a very bad place about what six about more than a year ago, and that's and coming out from that took an entire village. And I really don't want to go back there. So yes, that's why I know I'm working on a new project, changing my domain, changed my domains very recently, working on a project, and you know taking it to fruition. So there we go. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I'm glad that you were able to find yourself back from a bad place. And I hope that you also get that. I also see that I think a lot of people are like, a lot like very elevated, and nobody wants simple things in life like me. Like, I just want to go on a world tour. But anyway, everyone wants a lot more lofty things. But okay, we still have a few people who have not answered. So Toastmaster Anshuman, Madhav, Safwat, Rohan, Abhay, Jaspreet, Ashima. Okay, Toastmaster Anshuman saying something, but he's not on. Yeah, okay.
No desires per se, as in like there might be hidden desires, but none as of now. More of impulses and following those impulses. But those bigger desires that we're talking about, none as
Yeah.
such as of now.
Okay, so one thing that you're hoping to like have in your life in the next, I don't know, few months or like few days, couple of years, something that you're working towards or something.
So I don't have any information about that. But I found something.
Okay, Google, stop.
Yeah, Google Assistant can answer for me. Please ask Google Assistant.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Maybe we can circle back on the question at
Yes.
the end of the meeting.
Yeah, I think what we can do is you all think about your desires and think about something you like. Okay, it's very cool to say that I want inner peace and all, but honestly, like, think about it. There is there is something that you're working towards, all of you. Okay, don't lie to yourselves and don't lie to me. First of all, I know. Okay, and we're always working for something or the other. We are we are like trying to achieve something or the other. We are working, like I'm working in a job that like sucks the soul out of me. I hope my office people are not listening. They know already. Because I have certain set of things that I want to get out of it, right? All of us are like this. So let's be a little realistic about what we are desiring in the short run, not eventual. And you all think about it. But and while you think about it, I am going to call upon the first prepared speaker, and that is Toastmaster Ashima. And before I call her, I am going to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Anshuman, to read out the speech objectives and introduce her project.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Srishti. So Toastmaster Ashima is going to share her leadership style today, where the purpose of her project is to identify her primary leadership style and also to share some aspect of her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. Timer, please note that the speech length is going to be 5 to 7 minutes. I look forward to your speech, Toastmaster Ashima. Over to you, Toastmaster Srishti.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Toastmaster Ashima, can we have a quick audio and video check?
Okay, am I audible and I'm visible?
Yes, you
Yeah.
are audible and you're visible, but your elbows are getting cut off. So if that's something that you want to.
Okay, so I think I need to be closer. Is it fine?
Your head is getting cut off now. So just
Just give me a minute. I'll just with the book. Just give me a minute.
okay. Meanwhile, everyone else, keep thinking about your desires. I don't believe that all of you only want, you know, I don't know, moksha and these lofty abstract ideals. There are other things that you desire, and like let's start with something small for the context of this discussion. All right. Okay, Toastmaster Ashma, we can see you. Let's just have a very quick audio check.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are. All right. Toastmaster Ashima Trehan, my leadership journey, finding the right style. My leadership journey, finding the right style. Toastmaster Ashima Trehan.
Thank you. Leadership is not about bossing around. It's about taking care of people you lead. Good evening, Toastmasters. Today I'm going to give a speech on different styles of leadership. So on a one fine day, one of my colleagues, Tarun, came to me and said, "Ma'am, I don't think so I will be able to finish this year target." I said, "Okay, what made you think this way?" Then he said, "Ma'am, I think I'm not able to arrange meeting with my clients. And even if I do, then it don't turn out well." I said, "Let's team together. I will also join you for your next meeting, and together we'll work on the client demands." So here I have a question for all of you. What do you think this kind of leadership style is? Any guesses?
Supportive.
Okay. Supportive. Okay. Thank you. Well, it's a coaching leadership style. So, coaching leadership style is something which help your team members to grow and perform at their best level. So, and this style comes to me from my elder brother. He's the one who helped me to solve all my problems. He encouraged me to solve the problem, and help. He helps me to, okay, Ashma, take your on work on this and get please make a solution of it and then come to me. So sometimes it's very frustrating, but it's okay. He's my brother anyways. So I remember I was in 12th class and I used to go to tuition. So one day I told my brother, "Bhaiya, please help me. I would like to learn how to drive an Activa." He said, "Oh, Hashma, it's very easy. I'll teach you." I said, "Okay." And that's the only thing which I feel that he will not going to say me, "Ashma, learn it by your own." So I knew that he's going to teach me. So he sat behind me and I was like driving. So he gave me journal instructions and everything. And I was like driving, and with each passing second, I was like becoming confident. Okay, yes, I'm driving. My brother is there. So I was feeling very comfortable in doing that. Suddenly, he took me to a road full of traffic. And I'm like, "Bro, I can't drive here." He said, "Ashima, it's been like almost 30-40 minutes. I was like teaching you. Now I'm taking rest. Please, please do now you have to take out us from this traffic filled road." No, I don't like that way of teaching, but today I appreciate him, the way he taught me how to be independent and solve the problems. So the way he coached me for everything, I mean, I really appreciate that. So now I'm going to take you to another style of leadership. Recently, I met one amazing leader. He's the owner of the company, and he started his company few years ago. He said, "Oh, he invited me to his company," and I was like, "Okay, I'm going to meet a person who is the owner of the company." So I imagine him in a very big room with a big table. But when I entered his office, I found him at the reception table. And I was amazed to see that he was helping his receptionist in her work. So that moment, I was like, "Wow, what kind of person he is? He's very down to earth." And while talking to his team, I found that they are bonded well. They don't have any trust issues. They trust each other. They have that the positive environment around. So when I studied about the leadership style of his, it was affiliative. Well, looking back, I remember, or I would like to tell you about my father's leadership style. He's a kind of a strict man, anyways. So I think I was in fourth or fifth class. I told my father, "Papa, this time can I call my all friends on my birthday?" He said, "Yes, yes, of course, beta, you can. But you have to plan the whole party by yourself." I'm like, I was in a fourth or fifth standard. I'm like, you have never given me a 500 rupee note or a 100 rupee note. Now you are saying me to arrange a whole party. Well, that was quite exciting also, but I have fears, taking decisions. So he told me, "Ashma, take your decision. Okay, make a list whom you would like to call, make all the list of the snacks you would like to have in your party." And I was like, "Okay, Papa, I'll do that." So when I was doing it, I was in a fear that maybe I'm taking a good decision or no. But my father, he trusted on me. So and that's the reason today, whatever decision I'm taking, I'm very comfortable with it. And I'm very quite popular among my friends on taking tough decisions. So actually, he stressed on the importance of being taking decision and responsible of what you are doing. So that's a democratic leadership style which I have learned from him. So now I would like you to touch on the leadership style, which I didn't like much at first, but later I saw its importance. It's a bureaucratic leadership style. Well, I would when I have joined this Toastmasters, I was like, they have many rules and regulations. They have, the meeting style, the format. So I was like, okay, so they have the fixed format. What if there is no fixed format? What if the organization says every club can make their own rules and regulations? Well, I don't think so that this Toastmaster is going to be the same. Maybe it loses its essence. It become all chaotic, right? So that's bureaucratic leadership style, and it's very important. In summary, there is no one size that fits all the leadership style. Find the one that makes you comfortable, that suits your personality. As Sadhguru once said, there is no leadership style there's no perfect leadership style. Some people understand you at a glance, and some may resist you even no matter how hard you try on that. So true leadership is about being yourself. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashima, for a brilliant description of all of the various leadership styles that are available for us to know. And timer, could you please mark 1 minute of silence so that the evaluators can write their evaluation and all the audience members can send feedback to Ashima on private chat. Is it 1 minute?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, while the 1 minute happens, can we just have Jaspreet for a audio video check quickly?
It's done. So
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. So before calling on Jaspreet, we will call upon Toastmaster Abhay. He will be her evaluator, and I request him to read out Jaspreet's speech objectives and the evaluation criteria.
Yep. Thanks, Toastmaster of the evening, Srishti Mehrotra. So Jaspreet Kaur Taneja is following the path of dynamic leadership, and today she's going to give the speech from L1. The speech details are introduction to vocal variety. The project details are introduction to vocal variety and body language. And please take note, the title of her speech would be Imaginative Play. Okay. All the best, Jaspreet. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening, Srishti. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhay. Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur Taneja, imaginative play. Imaginative play, Jaspreet Kaur Taneja.
So, as an educator, we all have one student that inspire us for some reason. And for me, it was my student, Vedant. I started teaching in 2019 when I was working with different NGOs, and one of them, and slowly I turned to home tuitions. Initially, as it was beginning of my career, I needed experience and I couldn't concentrate on money at that time. So initially I didn't got very much, but you have to work on that experience. So I just did try to gain that first. Slowly what happened is I contacted someone through Urban Pro app, and I found out someone picked the call and said like, oh, I need someone to teach my child handwriting only. So the child's handwriting was really, really, really poor. So that's what her mother told me. So while she was describing how her kid is, I was getting that feeling like he's a very troublesome kid. And while I was, when I met him, he was very adorable. He was a little fat and definitely very, looks like very mischievous also. Slowly as I started teaching him, he made all kinds of excuses. So I had only 1 hour to teach him. I was teaching him writing skills because his writing was so poor that, the teachers in the school was having a hard time grading him. So slowly I started with the cursive writing because that's how I started when I started writing. So I just thought maybe writing through the cursive pattern would really help him. Eventually that led to all sorts of troubles because he was very disagreeable and insincere. He never did his homework. He never paid attention to what I'm saying or what I'm trying to teach him. And he needed to go to the bathroom in every few seconds. And or asking for like, now I want a water break, now I need to go to the bathroom. And one time when I really got annoyed to the utmost, when he mentioned specifically that all the teachers who have ever taught him run away within weeks. So that was a huge annoying component that I realized, and I decided like I'm going to take some kind of revenge, obviously. So anytime he goes to the bathroom, he always wears his parents' slippers. He never pick his slippers. It was his kind of one way to tease and waste time. So what happens is, anytime he used to go to the bathroom, he go to like her mother slippers and take her. And I always, because the rooms were different. So the room where her parents sit were like in the front, and I was teaching at the back. So there was no way they can see it. So whenever he was going to the bathroom, and the bathroom break happened around 5 or 6 times within 1 hour. So it was definitely just disrupting my class. So I just said, ladies chapel, ladies chapel. Eventually, he just go back to his father, like, I want a man's slippers, because he felt like insecure, like I'm a boy, like I'm wearing this woman's slippers. So he went to his father and took his slippers to go to the bathroom. Slowly, I tease him more, a little bit more teases and lies. And slowly he realized like I'm doing it on purpose. Her parents really didn't detected it because I was very sincere in their viewpoint. But that kid saw me, the Vidhant saw me as the pure devil, because I was really doing all sorts of things just like he did to me. And he uses his pencil to like sharpen it every few minutes. So all his annoying habits slowly, like I understood, like he's not having a good time. It's not like his disagreeability is so he was very disagreeable. He never did homework. He refused to do anything. So slowly I heard his father was talking one day to another teacher. He has an all subject teacher who also left within a week or something. And he was really cursing him on the phone, like, these kind of guys don't turn out to be right. And slowly, when I was going back to my home, he was asking me if I know any teacher who can teach all subjects. So I volunteered and I started teaching him all subjects. Slowly, when I started teaching him all those subjects, he gave me only 3,000 for a month for teaching all subjects for 3 hours, which is pure wages, like not a good money amount, but I was doing it for the experience. So I sit with him and he had no interest in book reading or anything, even though I was making it interesting for him. So I took a very creative way to tell him other things. So I started reading those chapters and only giving him those stories. Like I was just explaining those stories and not asking him to read. Slowly, I started to notice like he's actually above average in terms of intelligence. He was not a dumb student, but he was definitely getting 0 marks, but not a dumb student at all. He has very amazing memorization skills, really could retain information for a long time, and could think and have his own opinions. So when I was telling him stories, he could remember all of it. So slowly, within the time period of over a month or so, and after 6 months, his teacher started commenting that how his writing was improving. And after that year ended, he scored 91% for the first time, which is a shock for his parents, because someone who gets like 0 marks from all of a sudden 91%. So that was a huge shock for his parents, as well as I knew it anyway. So I was explaining all those. So with the maths class, I actually use fractions to cut the board and to explain it like a pizza or a cake, because he was a complete foodie. So any mention of a food, he want like a Domino's pizza immediately. So that's how I started teaching him through imaginative play. And for me, imaginative play was understanding that my student can learn way better with creativity. If I mention those things, if I just change the way I teach, so I just changed the way I taught, and it definitely did wonders for him. Thank you.
That was a great speech, Toastmaster Jaspreet, and kudos to you for sticking through with your speech today, despite being ill, despite not feeling well. Thank you so much. And timer, could you please note 1 minute of silence for everyone to send their feedback over to Toastmaster Jaspreet in private chat.
It's done. 1 minute over.
Okay. Now we're back to our question. So I hope everybody thought about their desires. And for those people who haven't shared it, now's your time. What is it that you desire? And people who are going to give lofty answers, the next question is also for everyone. So be realistic, or else you will have to justify, or you have to answer the next question also based on this answer. Okay. So, okay, Toastmaster Utkarsh wants to give another chance other than there is something he desires other than peace. Okay.
Okay, I'll try to be less abstract this time. One immediate goal that I'm trying to achieve is being fit and lose around 5 kgs in 2 months. And for that, I am trying to run. I'm trying to increase my running efficiency. I'm trying to have a target of around 4 kilometers in half an hour. So I try to run every day and try to increase my efficiency every day. So that is one immediate goal that I have.
Okay, fitness and losing weight is a desire. Who else has not said anything? I think we have someone new join us, Geeta. Do you want to tell us something about your desires or anything that you desire?
Hi, hello. Yeah, certainly, just as the previous speaker said, the main desire that I have right now is keeping fit and healthy. Nothing is more important than being fit and healthy. That's my prime desire. And of course, only after that, and of course, the love of the family. Family love is always desired by everyone because that keeps you going in life. When you're loved by your children, loved by your siblings, that is what keeps your life going. And that's what I want. That's my keenest desire, nothing more than that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. Is there anyone else who wants to reveal their desire here? Toastmaster Jaspreet, do you have a desire? Okay, I'm going to rush through this now. You have 10 seconds, everyone. Either tell me what you want or I will move on to the next question.
I think
We
I
have a
can.
magic word.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, Savad, what were you saying?
Yeah, actually, I was just saying, even mine was kind of, abstract answer. So to be more specific, I would say just to take from where I left about talking about the mental peace, I'm looking forward to attend, at least the weekly meditation classes. And if you want me, realistically, it might not be possible, but just go to the mountains and do the meditation and all. But practically, it might not be possible. So at least I'm, in a process of finding some good online or at least offline places where I can go and meditate at least once a week. So that's my desire, basically.
All right. Okay. So now, even if you've not shared your desire publicly, that's okay. My next question is something that everyone should take like 10 seconds and really think about, and maybe after this meeting, think about it more. Where is your desire coming from? Basically, for all the people who said, I want to learn to speak English. Why is it important to learn to speak English? Like, what do you gain out of it? Or what do you think is desirable? I'm not asking you right now, but I'm just explaining my question to you. Why is waking up early important or desirable? Why is living in the moment desirable? Why is not being stuck in a rut desirable? Why is fitness desirable? Why is family love desirable? Why is going to the mountains desirable? Where is this? So think of that moment where this desire first appeared inside you. Okay, there would have been a time when you first thought that, all this is okay, but I really want to learn to wake up early. Or really, I want to be fit. Or or I really want to go to the mountains. So all of these, just think about this. Where is it coming from? And if you feel comfortable sharing, the stage is open for you.
Can I start?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
But the desire, I think that happened because I recently, I can just share it. That's perfectly fine. I was kind of ill. I've been ill for the past few months. Prior to that, I was kind of a travel junkie, you could call it. I was quite an frequent traveler. I had been to few treks and all. But all of a sudden, due to my ill health, and all of a sudden, I could not travel. And certainly, what happens is when you start to stay at home, you get surrounded by negative thoughts, and that's never-ending story. So I'm in that process now. So maybe that's where the desire that has come, that I should go back to the mountains and meditate. And basically it's coming from because I love to travel, but due to my ill health, I'm unable to do that. But I'm slowly, gradually improving, and hopefully once I'm up for it, I'll definitely go back to where I was actually traveling. And definitely once I'll go to the mountains and meditate, hopefully.
All right. Okay. Anyone else want to share? Because Pallavi wants to share. Okay.
This all desires are coming because we are being rejected, we are being failed, we are not being approved. So we want to achieve, we want to be accepted, we want the failure to be turned into the success, and to be ultimately to be happy. So I think the driving force is the negativity and the failures in the life.
Okay. Now Toastmasters. So now the last thing I'll take up is Geeta.
Yeah. According to me, all desires take birth in the mind, because we have no control over our mind. The more we get, the more we desire. That is the reason. There are so many people having a lot in their life, everything in their life, but still not happy. That is because it keeps on coming. The more the root of all desire is the mind, according to me.
I think that's a beautiful way of putting it, because that's something that I wanted to end this particular question with, which is I recently read a book. It's called Wanting. Okay, and the subline of that book is called The Power of Mimetic Desire in Everyday Life. And what that book essentially talks about in great detail is that all of our desires typically come from other people. So something like, I might desire a better house or a beautiful house, or I might desire a particular kind of lifestyle. That typically always comes from the desire of someone that I admire. So if I like a particular person, or if I admire a particular person, and they say that, fitness is really important, I will also start valuing and desiring fitness. If I admire a particular person who is really fluent with the language, or if I feel that people who are very good at language or very good at English are valued more in society, or someone I admire is like that, I will start thinking that I want that. So almost all of our desires actually come from imitation of other people's desires. So I'm going to leave you all to think about that for a little bit. And I'm going to call upon our next section, Toastmaster Rohan, to start and lead the table topics section. Toastmaster Rohan, can we have you spotlighted? And let's have a quick audio video check.
Hi, Srishti. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So guys, welcome to table topic section. Table topic section, which I should describe you. Firstly, it's impromptu way of speaking where some topic will be given by me to you and you'll have to describe it for 1 or 2 minutes. Today, we have some different theme, different table topic session altogether where I will be giving you some kind of images and you'll have to describe it, or anything you think about that image, you'll have to just go forward and speak about it in your way. Rule for table topic session is for timing, you'll have to speak at least for 1 minute. After 1 minute, we'll be showing green card to you. For 1.5 minutes, it like you can start concluding. It will be yellow card will be showing to you, and red card at 2 minutes, at which will indicate that you can conclude now. So without any further ado, we'll just start, and I want audience great number. Accordingly, I will just give you some topic.
Animesh has raised his hand.
Okay. So Animesh, as I have said, that I'll be just showing some images to you, and just with that, you'll have to think and explain or describe your feelings about it. That's it. Okay. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
I'm just presenting my screen to you. Animesh, your topic or imaginary image is this. And again, I'm like introducing you. Animesh, please go ahead with this.
Okay, first of all, I can't see the image. So I'm not able to see the image actually. I'm sorry, but I'm
now it's visible.
Okay, now it's visible. Now it's visible. Now it's visible. Okay. All right. So this is somebody putting in their best shot to hit a shot. This is somebody who has the weight of an entire country on them. This is also a lot of the people in my lab, including somebody sitting right beside me. This is also somebody who has to make a call, who has already made a call after thinking long and hard in a short amount of time, in a very, very short span of time. So this is basically what I feel about the image, is somebody giving their best shot. literally. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Animesh. It was wonderful to hear your thought about that image. And indeed, it was the best shot given by our captain, MS Dhoni, for winning our 2011 World Cup. And we, India, won World Cup of 2011 because of that shot only. Thank you so much, Animesh. And I would like to ask audience if they can raise hand so that I can elect. So
One thing,
Ashima is
Rohan,
there.
One thing. Since you're sharing your screen, it would not be possible for the timer to share her screen and show the cards. So I request the timer to write it in the chat box when 1 minute is up, or 1.5 minutes is up, or 2 minutes is up. Will that be fine with the timer?
Okay. No. I will just share and
Or
I will just
one more
drop
thing,
it out.
you unshare the screen after 30 seconds, and
Yes.
then the timer can share the screen.
Sure. Okay. So topic for Ashima is this. Ashima, you can go ahead.
Okay. So while seeing these two cups, I have a very good memory that I was a tea lover, and I used to drink at least 2 or 3 or 4 times in a day. And so when I was working in Chandigarh, so after coming, I was living in a apartment. So after coming from my office, with dinner also, I used to have a tea. So I was like a tea lover to a great extent. So and this tea has actually connected with many people who are also tea lovers. So one day, my sister, I, and her friend, we all three went for a trip to Vrindavan. And I didn't know her friend as, I mean, she's my sister friend. So we were like, okay, we met, say hi, hello, and we were spending our day. And at night, suddenly, we had our dinner, and I was like looking around, because I'm the only one who wants to have a tea. So I just said, my sister, Aruna, I want to have a tea. And her friend, she just looked at me and said, you want a tea? I said, yes. And she was like, oh, are you a tea lover? I said, yes, I am. So she said, oh, I'm also a tea lover. And now the friend of my sister, she's my friend. So yeah, that's a very cute memory I have with this tea. And then I mean, the things are going on, and then I got married with my husband, who is a coffee lover. So now he made me a coffee lover, as he make a very amazing coffee. So yeah, so now I have a mixed feeling for both. I like the both. So yeah, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Ashima. Yes, indeed, it's like a very big debate already going on for tea lover or coffee lover. And if you're it matches with your friend, then it will be like you will be like best friend with them.
Correct.
So with that, I would like to ask Geeta to come on stage. Seema, I will just ask you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
so
ready.
Geeta, topic for you is this. Geeta, you can go ahead.
Okay. That's an amazing topic. So many students. Today's Teachers' Day, and I can very much resonate with this. You find a number of children who are studiously listening to you, sitting right in front and learning a lot of things from the teacher and from life, of course. But there are some, the backbenchers, who do not listen, who love to be in the day dreaming away. They dream about something which is not resonating with what is being taught in the class, probably thinking of sports or thinking of something else that they want to be in life. We force the children. We scold the children for not being attentive. We scold them for not being attentive in the class, whether teachers or parents, number of times. But I tell you one thing, this is my experience after so many years of teaching. It's my experience that sometimes these backbenchers who are the dreamers, they turn out to be much more successful than the hardworking students sitting in front and listening to the teacher very regularly, attending the classes regularly. So don't underestimate them. They too have their dreams. They too have their dream. Maybe this was not the right place for them. Maybe they were forced to come and study. Maybe they were forced to study a subject which was not related to them, which they did not like. Maybe physics, chem, for example, me myself, I was a very, very good student. But when my father forced me to take up science, he told me that I want my child to become a doctor. In order to please him, during those days, I'm the most doting and loving daughter of my father. I said, okay, if you want me to become a doctor, I become a doctor. I took up science, but science was never my cup of tea. And this is exactly what I used to do, sitting at the back, sleeping away. And the teacher would ask me questions in between and scold me for not being attentive. And then, of course, I failed in my examination. The outcome was a fail, but I did not give up. I felt that was the end of the world at that time, but no. Later, whatever I wanted, whatever my dreams were fulfilled. With that, I end. Thank you, and back to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Geeta, for such a wonderful explanation about that topic. Yeah, indeed. I was also a backbencher previously. When you told that we are pushed by our parents for particular subject to take up, and it's totally different from our willingness, and we can't do anything, and we'll just go sit back and you'll enjoy the class. So with that, I'd like to ask Seema to come on stage. And topic for Seema.
Yes.
Yes, 1 minute. I'm just sharing it away. Topic for Seema is this. Seema, you can go ahead with this.
Yeah. This topic is very amazing. And these are kids, they are having fun in the rain. And please, can you play? I want to.
Yes.
Please display the picture because I want to speak in front of them. Yes, that picture is very enjoyable, and that one is very. We remember our school days from this, and the one children is looking very naughty and hold the hand of other child and like, oh, I'm going, I want to go in the rain and I want to enjoy the rain, and other children is hold the, I think that one is this one is slate, and hold the slate on her hat, and she enjoying, all the children are enjoying the rainy season, and they come from her their school, and they, I think they are looking very beautiful, and this picture felt very, very good. And they seems very happy in this picture, and some positivity we have seen it. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Seema. Yes, I can also remember my old school days, where my mom used to tell me that, Rohan, don't go in the rain, your entire uniform will be get wet. But I won't be listening to my mom, and I will be enjoying rain like anything. So that was my experience about rains. And with that, I would like to ask our guest for today, Safawat, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay. I'm just giving you a topic. So topic for you is Safawat. Topic for you is this. Safawat, go ahead.
Oh my God. Perfect. This is what I've asked for. If you remember, just sitting, at the just by the mountainside and just looking at the sunset. This is what I thrive for. And personally, I have experienced it also. Just when you reach at the peak, just sit there and just enjoy the nature. Believe me, it's a surreal experience. And I, as mentioned earlier, also I had been to few treks, snowy treks, and sometimes I trekked when it was raining and all. But coming back to this picture, one of my recent the last trek that I had, it was kind of this one. Once I reached at the peak, it was time for sunset, and we just sat doing nothing but just observing while the sun was setting. So I can cherish that memory forever. I think I still have like clear visuals about it. So I think this is my time. So and the best picture, I think I got the best picture. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Safawat. Yes,
Rohan,
I am also. Yes, hello.
please wrap it up here.
Okay. Okay, with that, guys, thank you so much for such a wonderful responses for the topic. And I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmasters of the evening today, which is Srishti Meherotra. Srishti Meherotra, over to you.
Okay, so we have a little bit change in agenda. We will. Okay, actually, we don't really have a change in agenda. What I'll do is I'll sum up that previous question later on. But first, we'll jump directly into the evaluation section. Let me call upon Toastmaster, our general evaluator. I'm so sorry, general evaluator for the day. Toastmaster Priyanka, can we have you spotlighted?
Sure. Thank you very much, Srishti. And quickly, I'd like to call Toastmaster Anshuman for the evaluation of Toastmaster Anshuman's speech.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Priyanka, and thanks a lot, Utkarsh, Srishti, Ashima, for accommodating the evaluation within time. So, Toastmaster Ashima, I think having observed you over a period of time through your team-out speeches and your speeches, I have a bit of background about you. So, looking at your today's speech independently, I think what you did really well is go through all the leadership styles that were enlisted in Pathways and shared specific examples of how that was demonstrated by you or the characters you introduced in your story. And that has been usually your hallmark, a very well, beautifully written speech, which flows well and communicates to the audience the idea that you want to share. Another strong point that you have is of your soothing voice. I think your voice is not too authoritative, not too genial. It's somewhere very coherent, very clear, and communicates the message that is to be shared with the audience, definitely. So, overall, in terms of structure, you shared the four leadership styles, there a story for each, engaged the audience through asking them questions, and had a genial voice to communicate it, which let your message pass through to the audience. If you have to challenge yourself for the next speech, you can take it through the next level. First of all, by working on your vocal variety. Uh, your voice definitely is genial. At the same time, you can add spice to it by being, say, at times aggressive when you have to be aggressive, or talking in whispers when you have to talk in whispers, or speak fast or speak slow, as we had talked about in the vocal variety session in the last meeting. but bringing variety to your voice will strengthen your speech definitely. That's one. Secondly, from a pathways perspective, another approach you could have taken to the structure is, first of all, enlisting all the styles and then taking the quiz to the audience. For me, when you were asking me questions, I was usually stumped that which category of leadership style should I share. I did not have adjectives or words to use. That's just a minor feedback, that a minor structure change would have been that you introduce the leadership styles. Then just pick one leadership style, which is your leadership style, because that is what the purpose was, that what is Ashima's leadership style. And that would have made speech, given speech another tangent. So if you're attempting the speech another time in the future, you may want to take this twist to the structure. So overall, definitely great explanation of all the leadership styles with stories, and your genial voice communicates that to the audience pretty well. That's your hallmark. To challenge yourself, you may want to work on vehicle variety, bringing spice to your voice through speed, sound, uh, all the changes that you can made to the entire flow. And you can experiment with different structure where you anticipate what the audience may want to know beforehand. For example, the different leadership styles. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, Anshuman, for such a great evaluation. Now, I would like to request our second evaluator, Toastmaster Abhay, our area director, to share some token of advices for Toastmasters speech.
Sure. Thanks, Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Priyanka. I am the evaluator for the second speaker, Toastmaster Jaspreet. She gave a speech from the level 1, and the title was Imaginative Play. So I would follow the CRC approach, and which means that I'll start with the commendations first, then the recommendation, and then I'll close it with the commendations. So talking about some of the good things that I had observed in the speech are the especially the whole story, the flow. I mean, where it all started, what all she did, with those students and her struggle. So I think the flow was amazing, and also her story, the way that he structured his speech was so smooth that audience has enjoyed. Now, coming on to the recommendations part, so there are particularly 2 recommendations that I have. The first one is, the project was all around introducing the vocal variety and the body language. So I think that one part is missing in her speech. And just to give you the one example, just Preet, maybe you had the discussion with the parents, with the students, so probably you could have tried doing a small stage acts, the way you interacted with the students or with her parents. I think audience would have truly enjoyed that stage act if you would have done it. But I think really that would create a greater impact, right, towards the audience. And also in your speeches, the vocal variety would always help. Again, if you would have done the stage act, so I'm sure the vocal variety would have been there. Okay, that is one. Now, second, coming to the drafting the story, so it could also have been a little bit better, because somewhere I feel the in the story generally we start with the context, then we have the body part, and then we have the conclusion. So in your story, I think that there is the balance part was not there. We probably had stretched a one part little longer, and the rest of the parts were slow, like the conclusion, how you come up with those students that are difficult to deal with. So I think that story could have been drafted better. And also, last thing is the takeaways. So whenever audience listens to your speeches, there has to be some takeaways, right? So what message you are trying to deliver, and what learnings you have had in the past, which could be better for the audience. So you could have concluded your speech by giving that takeaways. All in all, I think it was a great speech. The flow was amazing. The story was drafted well, although there is a room of further improvements. So all the best for your next speech. Yeah, thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abhay. And so now I would like to evaluate our table topic speakers. The guest in the room, just be attentive. This is for you. So starting with the first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Animesh. Animesh got the picture of Dhoni having the bat in the air. So Animesh, you picked the opinion. You had so many opinions. You started giving so many ideas. In the initial 30 seconds, you had a couple of ideas. What suggestion I have for you is, how about you pick one opinion? For example, one of the opinion you had is the whole country's weight was on his shoulder. So right. So how about you pick that opinion and try to draft a speech and conclude over there. In that way, it will bring up it will make your speech more beautiful and with the correct structure. Also, don't talk about someone who is not visible to the audience. If you're talking about your friend, that person is sitting beside you, however, not visible in the camera, please refrain talking about that person, because audience will start looking for about whom you're talking, right? So let's not talk about that person. Second, Toastmaster Ashima. Such a sweet story, Ashima. So Ashima got the story, got a picture of tea, cup of tea or coffees. So she started with really sweet story, and I love the way how you included your personal note about your husband and how you transformed yourself into a coffee lover also. So Ashima, just one suggestion. If you had great content, if I would be there as a speaker with your content, I'll try to talk about transition, about how I transitioned from tea to coffee. How was my transition? Because I was a big tea lover and how I became coffee lover, because I would say because I love my husband so much. Like that, something you can come up with some story. It will make your speech really great. Coming to a great, my favorite guest, I would say, Geeta. So coming to Geeta, she got a picture of students having the backbencher at the last. I really liked the start, Geeta, the way you picked up, the way you started talking about how backbenchers do mostly well, more successful in their life. So that's a really great story. And you tried to talk about your personal story, how it was for you. So my suggestion is, since you pick two stories, you're talking about backbenchers you have seen so far in your life, and also you talked about your own story. How about you pick one story? If you start with one story, because you have 2 minutes of time, so stick with one story. Coming to Seema, you got the picture of rain and kids. That was really sweet picture. It was great attempt, Seema. I really like the way you try to talk about the kids and try to make a story about the kid having this book on his head. So it was really nice. How about to try, if you feel like you don't have much content to talk about, and at that time, how about you bring your own personal story? It's very easy when you talk about your personal story. You immediately can get thoughts and content in your head on the fly. So when we get stuck, immediately bring something from your life. When you got stuck in rain or something related to that, it will help you in future. Coming to Safwat. So hello, Safwat. Safwat, I am also a great travel enthusiast. So when you talked about the sunset, I was actually there on the hill with you. So that's a great story, Safwat. And I really loved the way you try to talk about how you felt when you were at the top of the hill. It was really great narration. Keep it up. So keep participating in table topics. It will give you more practice in addressing the audience. And so keep coming to the meetings. And this concludes my table topic speech evaluations. Coming to my general evaluation. Let's start the meeting with the SA. SA, you talked about all the rules. A great job in doing that. One suggestion. Start the meeting with blast, with full of energy, because you are making the premise of the whole meeting. So if you are going down with the energy, the whole audience will go down. So this is one of the suggestion. Second, check your connection. Your connection was a bit low. I guess I felt that. So if you're starting the meeting and your connection is low, that is not good. Second, coming to presiding officer. Of course, great job. I don't have any suggestion. I don't find any other better presiding officer than you. You're great at addressing audience. You're great in welcoming everyone. You're making everybody comfortable. Great job, Utkarsh. Coming to Toastmaster today, Srishti, my beloved Srishti, you're done a great job. I mean, you made the most interactive session I have been so far in any of the Toastmaster meetings. Great job, Srishti. You made everybody speak, calling to everyone, asking questions, and our questions were not like very tough, very life, thought-provoking questions. And everybody was just lost. I even was lost in the questions. And great job, Srishti, for bringing such topic. And keep doing that. Few suggestions. Don't apologize. Never apologize. You are on the stage. Never ever apologize. Even you fall down, do whatever. Now never apologize. Your light is not good. Your speech is not good. No. Never apologize. Second, work on the time management. Work on the agenda of the meeting. Yeah, you know it better. Yeah. So that's it. That's only the few suggestions. Coming to speakers, my dear speakers, do a audio video check, please. Before coming to the meeting, if you have 15 minutes, the meeting room opens before 15 minutes. Okay, so please do audio video check so that we don't waste time during the meeting. And yeah, coming to my dear evaluators, Toastmaster Anshuman. Anshuman, you are always like some idol to look for. You're a great evaluator. You talked about all the good recommendation, all the commendations, well crafted, concluded the speech. I think great evaluation, Anshuman. I really look forward to you. So what next, what new you can bring on the stage, because you are perfect with your evaluation. I just wanted to see what new you can bring. Really, I'm really excited to do that. So second, Toastmaster Abhay. Toastmaster Abhay, thank you very much for coming to our meeting and doing the evaluation. And I really like the way you initially talked about that you will be taking a CRC approach, so that the guest in the room or the people who don't know about your evaluation will come to know. It's a great way of starting an evaluation. However, it is eating your time. So it is your call whether to talk about that or not. Second suggestion is when you say you could have a better drafted speech, give examples. What is better drafted speech? Are you talking about transition? Are you talking about structure? Are you talking about conclusion? What is better drafted speech? So it's better to give examples when we give suggestions. So with this, most of the role players are covered, and I did not call my tag team. I'd like to call my timer in the room. Timer, please. I'd like to call Pallavi Bazoria.
Thank you so much. So I'll share my screen. My screen visible and clear?
Yes, it is.
So everybody are within their time limit. I'll share the actual time taken. For the table topic speaker, the first speaker is Animesh Das. He have took 1 minute 16 seconds. Ashima, she took 1 minute 58 seconds. Geeta Kashyap, 2 minutes 21 seconds. Seema, 1 minute 37 seconds. And Safat Khan, 1 minute 15 seconds. Coming to the prepared speech, Ashimat Rehan, she took 7 minutes, and Jaspreet Kaur Taneja, 7 minutes 26 seconds. Coming to the evaluation, Anshuman took 3 minutes 24 seconds, and Abhi Mishra 2 minutes 51 seconds. So everybody is within time limits. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you very much, Pallavi. for such a great evaluation. And coming to our language evaluator, I would like to request Toastmaster Utkarsh to present his report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. It was such a pleasure listening to everyone today. I have made a good note of all the good vocabularies and grammar usages and any filler words that have been used by the speakers. In the interest of time, I'll be really quick. I'll begin with Shrishti. Shrishti, you were very relatable and clear with your speech delivery today. Since your entire content was conversation style, you used very simple English this time, and kudos to you for that. An impressive word that you used today was lofty, and you said lofty abstract ideas. So lofty means very tall and impressive. One issue that I have with you is that you sometimes use the filler word so a lot. So you can keep a check on that. Moving on to Safar. Safar used the word clutter, which means to cover yourself with tons of things in your mind. And you used it for cluttering your mind. Then you said travel junkie, which is cool as well. Safar, you were very fluent, I must say. And nothing much to highlight for you. Moving on to Animesh. Animesh used the word semblance. Semblance means the appearance of being something or having a certain quality. Then he used a very good proverb, which means stuck in a rut of no progress, which is self-explanatory. Anshuman used a very good word, which was genial. He referred Ashima's voice as genial, which means very pleasant and friendly. Ashima used the proverb called no one size fits all, which is pretty cool as well. Then issues I had with Ashima is that she said it don't turn out well. Rather, it should be it won't turn out well. She said she's my sister friend. It should be she's my sister's friend. The filler word with you, Ashima, is that you use so a lot. So you can keep a check on that by pausing a little bit more. And sometimes you redundantly use the article the a lot. So keep a check on that as well. Few pronunciation issues with you, Ashima. It's bureaucratic. OWN is own, and CHAOTIC is chaotic. I don't know how you pronounce, but when I heard it was pretty different. So it should be like this. Jaspreet used words like disagreeable and retention. Jaspreet, you were also very clear with your English and very simple this time for a change. Issues that I had with you is that you used a phrase called annoyed to the utmost. You could have simply said most annoyed. Very simple and straightforward, most annoyed. Few pronunciation issues. It's pizza and it's interesting. I really don't know how you pronounced it, but I felt something different. Geeta used two really good words. One is doting, when she said, I was a doting daughter for my father, which is adoring. Then she used the word resonate, which means something which reverberates with everyone. The word of the day was unfortunately used by our Toastmaster of the day, Srishti only. No one else used it, which is a true bummer. But nevertheless, I truly appreciate everyone for enriching our vocabularies and English in general. All very well done, guys. We had a very fruitful session. Congratulations. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Utkarsh. We couldn't have better language evaluator than you. Always great. Quick feedback from my tag team. So for starting with Pallavi, great job, Pallavi. You were quite attentive everywhere, and I really liked your report. Two suggestions. First suggestion is when you share your screen, keep it in presentation mode. I guess you understand what when I say presentation mode. Second, so when you're sharing a report, you need not to talk about each and every speaker. You can highlight speakers who did good job or who need to improvement. However, you need not to talk about each and every person because you can see the report, right? Second, Utkarsh, great job. Kudos to you. Now, only one suggestion. Volition is a great word. However, little tough. I mean, I forgot using that. So we can do. It's not that we cannot. You cannot learn new words if it is tough. How about we keep sharing in the meanwhile so that we'll remember, because I had forgotten that I did not use the word volition at all. I'll try to use in my coming 2-3 lines. Okay. So now. With that, I'd like to conclude my general evaluation, and with my audience appreciation, I loved the audience participation today. I mean, one of the what what do you call say? One of the I would like to thank our Toastmaster Day also for making it more interactive. And also, I would say, plus the audience were also quite attentive. They were raising their hand and they were trying to involve in the meeting. And that's what we all are looking for from you guys. Great job, everyone. So, and I enjoyed the meeting. So the meeting was great. And I would like to now hand over this stage to Sister Malhotra. Over to you.
So thank you everyone and all role players and Toastmaster Priyanka for this fabulous general evaluation. And we don't have a lot of time. So without a lot more discussion, I will also share with you one thing that I learned. I joined a class on neuroscience and psychology of people. And they talked about, the speaker talked about how we actually come about decision making. So there were a lot of these things that you may have already heard about, like subconscious mind being the driver of a lot of what you decide to do. So when we're talking about something like, what do I feel like doing? A lot of times that feeling comes from our subconscious mind, which we don't get to have a control over. So like right now, during the course of this meeting, I felt like not having to cook dinner after this meeting. So I told my husband, why don't we just order something? Right? And that's what we're going to do now. But my question to you is that free will? Just because I'm free to order, I have the resources, I don't have limitations, does that make ordering free will? According to this person whose class I attended, it doesn't really. And the reason for that is that all of our subconscious desires, and for anyone who's been to therapy will know that, raise your hand if you have, both of me. So you will know that a lot of times we make decisions, or we have the inner impulses to make decisions, not because we want to make them, but simply because there's something in our brain or in our biology that prompts us to make them. Maybe because those particular decisions made us happier or kept us safe when we were younger, right? So a lot of our internal impulses, internal wants come from that. And the only way to overcome things that are like self-destructive is to fight against your impulses, fight against your internal desires, and really question where they are coming from. And do the thing that you don't feel like doing. Instead of, like, for example, what I do a lot, I'm not a role model in any way. So what I do a lot is, come 6:30, which is when I'm supposed to leave for the gym, I tell myself, I don't feel like going today. I will make up by going at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The following day, I wake up at 10 a.m., of course. So a lot of times, these impulses are actually contrary to what we actually want to be or who we want to be as people. And that's why the name or the conclusion of this session is actually not following what you desire, but deciding that I won't do what I feel like and do what I have to do. And therefore, my free will is actually fighting against these impulses and these feelings. So free will is actually free won't. I won't give in to my impulses. I won't give in to my momentary desires. I won't give in to mimetic desires, which are desires that are enforced or desires that I'm influenced by society into having, like a great job, good house, good car, etc. So there we go. That's what I'll leave you with. Free will is free won't. And now I will hand the stage and spotlight back to Toastmaster Utkarsh, as he is the presiding officer.
Can we have a huge round of applause? It was a treat.
You can take a tie of release, Srishti. It was a bit intense, but you were fabulous. You taught us that mind is a devil, and we have to tame it in order to have a true free will. That's what my takeaway is in a sentence. We don't have much time, but I have a heaps of praises for everyone, including our role players. In the meantime, I will quickly launch some polls and take feedback. I'll start with the best role player. Guys, I request everyone to cast their votes. In the meantime, can we have Safwat, who has been very patiently attended our meeting and has taken part in every segment of the meeting, to kindly give us some feedback and areas of improvement that he wants to highlight. Safwat.
You're talking about
First of all, is it? Sorry, just to correct one thing, is it Safwat or Safwat? Just to make it correct.
Most of the people get my name wrong, but you are the only person who got it right. So I'm kind of surprised. So I was asking, you're talking about the entire meeting, because this is for the very first time I've attended the Toastmasters meeting. So it's a meeting, meeting for me, that too online. So it was an overall good experience. See, I just skipped my job. Basically, I'm working now. 10:30 is my logout time. And I somehow kind of sneaked out and sitting in the vehicle, as I have already mentioned. So overall, great experience, man. Totally looking forward for the upcoming meetings as well. So enjoyed it thoroughly. And there was like so many things to learn also.
Thank you so much, Safwat. And we are so glad that you took so much effort to attend this meeting. And we look forward to welcoming you and hosting you for coming weeks. Thank you so much. Guys, the poll is for the best prepared speaker. I want everyone to cast their votes as quickly as possible. I would strive to close this meeting by 9. We all are hungry. We have to have our dinner. Next poll I would take is, have I ended the poll? No, I haven't. All right. So next poll is for best auxiliary role player. Kindly cast your votes, guys. We also have Pallavi here, who's from our sister club, Spirit Toastmaster. I think she's attending this meeting for the very first time, the Turning Point meeting. Can we have a quick feedback from you as well, Pallavi?
Yeah, it's an amazing to listen, Srishti. I really enjoyed the meeting thoroughly, and everything is good about the meeting. So that's it.
I second that. Srishti was a delight today. Thank you so much, Pallavi. The last vote is for the best speech evaluator, guys. Please cast your votes. We'll have just 5 seconds for it, and I'll end the poll. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I end. I will now start announcing the results, the most awaited thing. I'll start with the best table topic speaker. And it is someone who was very eloquent today. In fact, we have a tie. We have 2 people who are tied for this, Geeta and Safwat. Can we have a huge round of applause for these 2 guys? Next up is best auxiliary role player. Your best auxiliary role player is the language evaluator, which is myself. Thank you so much. Best speech evaluator for today is evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Anshuman. Moving on to the best prepared speaker. And we have a tie. Both of them are joint winners, Toastmaster Ashima and Toastmaster Jaspreet. Well deserved. Last but not the least, best role player. Of course, there's no surprises here. The one who gave us the whole concept of free will, our Toastmaster of the evening, Srishti Mehrotra. Can we have a huge round of applause for her? All right. Congratulations to all the winners.